And that was the awkward meeting being recorded from Zoom. Welcome everyone to the Package Group Weekly Retrospective for Friday, November 1st, 2019. I appear to have the first item in the can't talk very well apparently, in the what went not so well list, so I'll kick it off. Issues appearing in our milestone that then fall out due to technical concerns raised reveals that our process needs some work. It was a low point for me and perhaps other people. Over to Steve.
So my thing this week is the Conan docs went out, a couple weeks ago. They were merged, and I didn't realize that, of course, they said 12.4 because they went out a few weeks ago, and forgot about that. And someone noticed before the MR that's currently in process to update that to 12.5 was merged. So that was unfortunate. Over to Tim, or Nick.
Yeah, so for me, I found that there's been a lack of front-end maintainers available this week, so I wasn't able to get any of my merge requests merged. I've got some that are just waiting for maintainers to look at them, and yeah, not heard anything. So I think a lot of people are on holiday, so hopefully that will not be the case next week, and they will get merged. Over to Tim.
Yeah, I feel like I write this one at the end of every month because it feels like the end of my month, I always have a lot of meetings. So I didn't get as much done as I would have liked to in terms of issue grooming, but we had a lot of productive conversations. And so it just needs to translate into written words. So overall, it was a good week, though.
And then it's me, I guess. Yeah, our throughput has been pretty low on average. Which is a little bit stressful because that's one of our main OKRs as an engineering team. But then in that same thought is, we have peeps, but half the peeps are still onboarding. So I think my expectations were wrong there. So that's maybe just a little bit more of an internal, what didn't go so well. And then, yeah, I've been kind of too busy to take any time. I was supposed to do this event, like I mentioned, in North Carolina, but I can't afford the time right now. So that's been suboptimal. Over to you, Nico.
Yes, so what went not so well is, like, I will echo what Nick said, like the shortage of front-end maintainer actually put everything on halt. And I especially lived it because I had this big MR plan that just to get reviewed took 1 week. Okay. And now what went well for Steve?
Sorry, having trouble with the mute button. So this week, I met up with Ian and Tim, and we had some great chats in person. I had a really good feel-good comment on my final, refactored, fully set up Conan MR, which was, it is amazingly beautiful. So that was nice. And I had time to work on another issue this week, and so I was able to get that done and get it pretty much all the way through review. So that felt really nice. Over to Nick.
Yeah, so I was pretty happy with how the add package to project proof of concept went. I don't think it's the final solution or anywhere close to it, but it was pretty smooth to get that workflow working. And when you see it in action, I think it's quite a nice thing. So once we decide how we're actually going to implement that, I think that'll be a really nice feature to add to package. And I think the new Kanban style approach that Tim went over in the front end review meeting on Wednesday sounds like it could be a really good thing and a really nice fit for package. So I'm looking forward to working more in that kind of way, I guess. Over to Ian.
Yeah, so this week was pretty exciting. I was really productive for quite a few days, which compared to previous weeks, it was a really nice change. And there's a puppy, so I'm distracted. I'm so sorry.
So am I. Can we just pause really quick for the puppy moment?
Yes.
Haley, you should talk so that you show up on the camera. No? Okay. Go ahead, Ian.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
she I have my Callie's over here.
What went well
Yeah.
this week? Puppy dog moments. Thank you for that.
She's really a cat, not a dog. So as soon as she was needed, she left.
All right. That's adorable. What else? Where was I? Research synthesis. I wrapped it up. Interview synthesis always takes a long time because it's kind of just a manual process. So I'm excited that it got done. We got some insights in there. And then I just want to call out something that was awesome is we did this brainstorming activity as a group, and I've gotten really great feedback and ways that we could improve it if we decide to do it again. And I just wanted to call out that it's really great that everyone is so quick and willing to give feedback and try new things and iterate on ideas. It's been a really great experience. Over to Tim.
Well, I'm just echoing what Ian and Steve said. It was really awesome co-working yesterday, and looking forward to today. We got to brainstorm some interesting ideas and align in some cool ways. And then it was also very fun. We went out last night and had one or two or several whiskeys, and I'm feeling great now, and not hurting at all.
Yeah, this week, what went well? Oh, wait, this should be in this. Sorry, I got to move something. I put the puppy dog in the not so well. I'll put the puppy dog in the what went well. Yeah, working with Tim through our new approach for 12.6 has been, which is more Kanban, was pretty fun. Just talking through that, we went back and forth a little bit. And then, where are we? I enjoy the autonomy of that we have as a team to look for better ways of working. I think that's really fun that we can sort of look at something that's not working and go, you know what, we're going to do something different and try and solve this problem for ourselves. That's pretty cool. I've received guidance to have less directed work in our milestones in response to some data analysis that was done. And it could have been a source of unhealthy conflict between Tim and myself, but it wasn't. And I really appreciate Tim being willing to, work with me on some of these things that maybe aren't, familiar or what we're used to doing. So that was pretty great. So thank you for that, Tim. Over to you, Nico.
Okay. So even though it took a while, the Refactor MR plan has been approved, and now in 2 days I've been able to make 3 MR, which I think is a very good feeling. And I'm really, really excited about the new Kanban approach because I think it's gonna help us, or at least help us scope new strategies. And over to Nathan.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, I had a good week just getting caught up with how you guys do stuff, joining some of the meetings. And I had 2 great coffee chats with Nick and Nico, and then I have 2 more scheduled with Tim and Ian, which I'm looking forward to. And then I'm going to try to get to everyone else in the next couple of weeks. So I'm really looking forward to kind of getting to know everyone. On to Haley.
Yeah. So I actually had a chance to look at the package registry code. I had a chance to read Docker's docs about it. And yeah, it just felt good to do something programmery and not just onboarding. And so that was really nice to look through and just read some Go for the first time in a couple weeks.
Nice. Yeah. And I just added right to the end of the list that seeing Haley's puppy dog was pretty great. That went well today. So nice work. Totes adorbs. I put an action item down the bottom. I just wanted to sort of follow up with a lack of front-end maintainers, whether people are actually on holiday or what the ratio is. I know that's an ongoing conversation in engineering generally. Not to put you on the spot too much, Nathan, but do you have any thoughts, or can you come back and let us know what the situation is there?
Yeah, I know this week it was mostly due to out of office. I think we had like 4 people. I don't remember if it was Nick or Nico, but one of you had an MR that you passed off to maintainer and they passed it off to like 3 other people. It was ridiculous. But I think it was mostly out of office. So in general, we shouldn't run into this as much. But I know we do have a lot of trainee maintainers in progress. I know on release we had at least 3. So we're kind of slowly working towards that. But it's kind of a painful process at the moment. It's really slow. So without actually changing the process to become a maintainer, there's not a real great strategy to get more in the immediate future, but hopefully longer term, in a few months, we'll have a few more.
Cool. Nick and or Nico, if you haven't already, you might want to consider becoming maintainers and at least starting that process. I know it's something that I suggest to my team as like start working towards it as soon as you can, as soon as you feel comfortable, and even if you don't get there for 6 months or whatever because of whatever reason, because it can take a while, at least then you can help solve your own problem that way. So that would be a possible suggestion. Maybe discuss with Nathan. Up to you all.
I think Nick,
cool.
you're a trainee maintainer already?
Yeah, I'm going through the process. So like eventually I'll become a maintainer, I guess.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. All right. So if does anyone else have any other comments? I think Steve, you have a comment.
Yeah, just a general FYI that probably most people in the US are ending daylight savings, so we'll be falling back an hour. But thankfully, Google tells us when our meetings are, regardless.
Well, this will impact people who are in not America, like Gigi, for example, and perhaps some other people on this call don't also live in America. So just that'll mean the offset's a little different. Cool. And thanks for that. I think we're good if people want to hang out and have a little bit of a social catch up with the rest of the time we have, unless anyone wants to chat about anything here in particular. I'm sorry, I forgot that step. Usually I like to offer conversation space here for things that have come up in the retro. Everyone's good to end recording and goof off? Yes, all right.